The data is taken from the transaction processing system TPS. The disciplines of MIS is in its evolutionary stage. Transaction processing system, management information system and decision support system. The sales is not as expected and demand is less, the production will be reduced. Data is gathered from the TPS and is processed in the MIS. Hello students, welcome to the next session of Management Information System. I am Dr. Soumyashree from Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram College. Let's start with this session with knowing the functionalities of different departments in an organization. As we said, organization doesn't have a fixed functionality. The industries may differ and the functionalities will also differ. And even the departments, depending on the function, will also differ. But generally, we have departments like production, marketing, finance and accounting, the human resource like departments we have. So some of the departments we already discussed. Let's continue the concept of functionalities in MIS. The first department in this session is the financial and accounting department. What are the functions of MIS in the finance and accounting department is? First thing is planning of financial expenses, expenditures and income. What must be the income, from which are all sources the income must be generated, and the expenditure. How to control what are the expenditures of different departments and how to control the expenditures. Planning of the expenditures and the incomes will be done in the financial planning task. It may be for a long term or short term of 1 year or half year and the quarter year or 3 months. So financial planning must be done. The next functionality is budgeting, setting the budget for each of the task or each of the function in the organization. What if raw materials must be purchased, how much budget must be fixed for this year, the employee salary, how much amount is needed for the salaries of the employee, and you must file the income tax, how much tax you must given to the government, how much it will be returned back, what are the benefits you can get from the industries department of the government, what must be the budget of other production and extra investment on the machineries and extra materials you need, and the service related expenses, and how does the income, what is the minimum income we must get, or how much profit you must get this year. All these budgeting will be the responsibility of again MIS in the Department of Finance and Marketing. The next is cost accounting. Accounting related to cost in the various departments. Asset accounting, asset like tangible and intangible assets. What are the assets already added? What are all the machineries and other things that needs to be scrapped, which are not a asset, which cannot be considered as an asset? What are the extra addition to the asset this year? What must be added? All these things will be stored in a detail asset accounting. Next we have accounts receivable. What are the extra incomes or incomes from different customers? How much we must get? How much you can give the loan, or other categories will be the accounts receivable. You will be much familiar about this department because you people are are the one who are going to do all these things, isn't it? Then we have payroll, the salaries related to the employees, benefits, what are the leaves they have taken, what are the facilities they must be given, like a health facility, insurance facility, all those things will come under the function of payroll. The last thing is accounts payable, how much receivable and payable, how much we have to pay and how much we have to get. All these things will be the functions that will be carried out in the finance and the marketing department. The next department is the personnel. Okay. So personnel, or nowadays it is familiar as human resource department or HR department, which is a must department in every industry, isn't it? So in personnel one, the function of MIS in this department is in recruitment. We have categories like posts are already there existing and someone has left from that position. We have to recruit the eligible candidates for that post, or maybe some vacancies are created newly which were not there last year. This year the new post is created. That also we have to recruit someone. So employment recruitment, employment selection through the interviews, tests and interviews. We have to select the employees. Again, for that MIS or information system must help. Then employee development. Once you take an employee, sometimes the employee may be fresher, new to the industry, or may have worked in some other industry and has been recruited here. So you have to take scope of the employee development through proper trainings. Okay, where may be fresher or experienced. Once you recruited a new employee, every employee must get a scope for development with proper training. Training facility must be given to the employees. Then employee transfers. If you have different branches of your industry, there will be transfers of employees between different branches. So that details also must be stored in the information system. Then employee retirement and resigned. Retirement is the person is aged and he'll get retired from the post. For that, what are the facilities the person must get? What are the, if he is having pension facility, the arrangement for all those things, all those details. When does that person will get retired? What does the benefits he get? All those details. If someone resigned from the industry or from the organization, what is the date he got resigned, and what are the benefits he must get after the resignation. All those things or all those details will be stored in the MIS or the information system. These are the different functions that will be carried out in each department of the industry. All right. The next thing is to know about what are the different types of information a information system is going to gather. Okay. In this, information could be classified on the basis of the purpose for which it is utilized, to which you are utilizing, for which purpose you are utilizing this data or information. Based on that, the information can be categorized into three groups. One is the strategic information. What is the meaning of strategic information is, it is required by the top management or strategic management at the strategic level for the formulation of organizational strategies like vision, mission, planning for the whole year, production planning, profit planning, all those for strategies, for setting the strategy. If you collect the information from the information system, then that kind of information, it is categorized under the strategic information. The next category is the tactical information. What is the tactical information will do is, it is used in short-term planning. You are going to use this in short-term planning, such as the production level, or how much must be produced in this 3 months or 6 months or in this financial year. All those things will be related to tactics you must use. So if it is said that 5,000 vehicles must be produced at the end of the June, from the January to June, how much has been done? What was the progress of the work? All those things comes under the tactical information which are used in short-term planning and is of use at management control level. If 5,000 production has not reached by the end of the June, what must be done? What are the measures you must take to speed up the production speed or to increase the speed of the production? What are the measures you must take? To take all those things, you need the tactic informations, isn't it? How much has been produced, how much has been sold, whether the 5,000 has been produced or not, whether 5,000 has produced, if you release that to market after June, what is the sale? So by looking at the sales of the next 2 months, say July and August, you have to change the production rate. If the sales is increased, they'll have the plan, okay, from July and August, maybe 2,000 vehicles may be sold. 2,000 vehicles are sold by the end of the August. By the end of the December, what must be the production? Whether it must be 6,000, say for planning, they may have done that for checking by 2 months sales, say July and August. If it is crossing 2,000, at the end of the December, 8,000 vehicles must be produced. So there may be a plan. Now they have to check the sales, how much vehicles have been sold, bike have been sold at the end of the August. If the number of sales has more than their calculation, the production will be increased. Maybe 10,000 they may have done. If the sales is not as expected and demand is less, the production will be reduced to maybe 5,000 or 6,000, from 8,000 to 6,000. For all these things, you need the information for short-term planning. This is called as the tactical information. The last category of information is operational information. This operational information is applied to short periods which may vary from an hour to a few days. Okay, at the end of the year, what must be the production? Operational information. How much must be there? How much they have to operate? Like from hour to few days. There is an emergency situation. Say maybe government has changed the policies for some days. There were policies that will be set by the government for few days. So what must be done in such a case? All these informations will be provided by the information system, okay, which help in analyzing the operation of the industry. That is called as the operational information, which helps in planning for the operation of the industry. They are called as the operational information. So we have 3 categories of information: strategic, tactical, and the operational information. Okay. What is the next thing you need to know is, why do you need these information system? In the last session, I told you about some of the needs of the MIS. Today, let's check out the other need of the MIS. The first need is meeting the global challenges. To meet the global challenges, you must be possible, because today's industry or today's business is all about competition, isn't it? How much you are compatible, based on that, how much competitive you are, based on that, your business may develop or expand. If you are not able to meet the global challenges and you are not able to adapt to the changing environment, you will lag behind in the race of the business. for meeting the global challenges, to know the global changes in the market demands. You cannot compete with your competitive industries. For that purpose, you need to know about or need to use the MIS or information system. The next need is capturing the opportunities in marketplace. It will help you in getting the demand wherever the demand is. So nowadays the sanitizer industry is booming, isn't it? So everyone needs sanitizer, everyone needs mask. You have to catch the demand of the market. Somebody was selling t-shirts and pants or some cloth usually, but nowadays they have catch the market and are selling the masks, because based on the demand and the situation, we have to capture the opportunities that is arriving in the market. Because today the offline things are getting behind because of the current situation, isn't it? So some of the shops have been closed. Say if I am a merchant who is doing I'm a cloth merchant, my shop has been closed for 3 months, 4 months, and people are not coming out to buy the clothes. My business is in loss. What I have to do? I must not keep quiet, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the situation to come to the normal, and the business will again start with the new one. But I must take the opportunity and start the online business. If I am able to do that, I am capturing the opportunity in the marketplace. So for all those things, you need the help of an information system. What is the current situation of the market? How you can change it? Okay, maybe from the point of vegetables till the satellites and production of satellites and planes, what is needed is to look at the opportunities, new opportunities, what you can get in your way of the business. You must be able to capture. To know about the current market trend and the demand of the products, you must take the help of the information system. The third need is supporting corporate strategy, that is helping in decision making. If you are an entrepreneur, you need some help with the basic informations, isn't it? So those informations will be provided by the management information system. All right. The next need is linking department whose functions are different, to linking different departments. Previously, when it was all with the files, what they have to do is they have to move the file from one department to another department, which takes lot of time and effort, human effort. To avoid all those things, if you have the information system with the help of the computers, you can communicate with other departments in a lesser time. Okay, what today is doing is meetings are happening online. Previously, they used to gather in a meeting hall, do the meeting for hours, get a lunch, and again assemble for the next meeting, do the meetings. We don't get the time for the work. All these things, for linking all the departments, we have to sit with all the managers and communicate with them, and through the planning, we have to communicate the plans, further plans to the managers, and manager has to go to the employees and they have to communicate with each other. But today, because of the information system, everything is becoming online. We can meet with all the managers as well as the employees in the online meeting itself and can discuss the strategies and take the decisions. Other need of the MIS is enhancing worker productivity. Instead of writing everything in the file and storing it takes lot more time. Dividing it into a particular file, to which file it belongs, checking it, maintaining or protecting it from the natural calamities or the attackers on the file like mouse and other animals. So we have to, the productivity will be decreased by doing all these things manually, isn't it? But when you use the information system, it reduces the work of the employees. The work of 5 employees will be done by a single computer. That means it enhances the worker productivity. The last need, it is not the last need, it is the last need in this list. Apart from this, you have so many several requirements of the information system. The last is increase in quality of goods and service. Now today we have the quality checking machines. The machines are there to check the quality. With the information system, the quality of the goods will also be checked. You will provide the standards for the material. Suppose if you have a toy, if you have a vehicle, so vehicle mileage, before it was information system, everything was manual. Manual, we have to check the mileage, we have to check how much fuel you need, what is the problems that can happen when you ride the vehicle, like suspension, what is capacity of the vehicle and how much load it can bear. All those parameters would be checked manually. There may be mistakes that can happen with this quality checking. But today we have machines for all those things using the information system. So it increases the quality of the goods and the services. So these are the certain needs of an information system in any organization. The next thing we need to study is the classification of the information system. There are certain classifications, categories of information system, which will help you in enhancing your business. Okay. The disciplines of MIS is in its evolutionary stage. So based on the evolution, there are different information system present. The MIS is a concept which is a matter of degree, how much you are applying this MIS, rather than absolute one. This is not fixed that you have to use the information system for only this application. You can enhance, you can expand the application of information system for each and every department of the organization. All right. The classification includes, the first is the transaction processing system. The next is the management information system. Third is decision support system. Fourth is executive support system. Fifth, office automation system. Business expert system. The functionalities of each of the system will be different, which helps you in every aspect of the business. Now, the next thing is to know about each of this information system. The first category of the information system is the transaction processing system. What does the transaction processing system will do? It represents the automation of the fundamental routine process. So transaction, the routine transaction that is happening in the business which supports business operations. So transaction is automation of the fundamental routine process. The normal process that happens in an organization comes under the transaction term. Okay. It does not provide, the transaction processing system, it doesn't provide any information to the user for his or her decision making. This information system will not help in decision making, rather than it helps in the transaction. All right. So previously, the transaction processing system was known as MIS. When there was only transaction processing system, it was known as the MIS. But prior to computers, when there were no computers, as I said, MIS is not new. It is an old one, but is combined with the computers with the advanced technology. So before the computers were there, the data processing, the processing of the data was performed with employees or with simple machines like calculators. We used to have the calculators. With the calculators, the employees used to process the data like transaction, maybe production, sales, purchase, profit, all those things of transaction, the daily transaction the business is going to do will be handled by the transaction processing system. The next is the management information system. This is what we use today, the management information system. So this management information system is an information system. The transaction processing system is a processing one, all right. It is not giving the information for decision making, but it is a system which helps in processing the transaction. This MIS is an information system which processes the data and converts it into useful information. This information uses the TPS for its data inputs. So TPS is nothing but the transaction processing system. So that is TPS for its data inputs. So to make a decision, we need the information. To make the decision for the next financial year, I need to know the sales, purchase and profit of the last financial year. From where I'll get this profit and sales and purchase details is from the transaction processing system. Okay. The information generated by the information system, that is, the data is gathered from the TPS and is processed in the MIS, may be used for control of operations, to control different operations in the organization, for taking strategic decisions and long range planning. What must be the strategy of our industry for the next 10 years or maybe for the next 15 years? What are the strategies we must take if the market turns? If the market has new demand, market has new product, if a new product is there for our competition, what are the things we need to do? For all those things, tactical information, strategic decisions will be taken with the help of the MIS. And short range planning will also need the MIS. Control management, management control and other managerial problem solving is possible only with the help of the management information system. So the process of MIS consists of these steps. Here input will be raw data which will be processed according to the demand of the management, and processed data is given as an output which helps in all these operations of the industry. Along with that, it has some functional business areas, the MIS. They are in marketing also, you need MIS. In production also, you need MIS to get the information how much must be produced, how much is the demand, how to market the product. All those things will be done by the MIS. Then human resource related task, making decision, you need new recruiters, new freshers or experienced, how you are going to handle the employees, if you need proper training for some of the employees. All those things, decisions will be taken with the help of the MIS. Next, finance related task, how much must be invested for this year. Then accounting related information, it is also given by the management information system. All right. The process of management information system takes all these steps. The data is taken from the transaction processing system, TPS. The data will act as an input to the management system or information system. It will be processed using some of the softwares. Once it is processed, it is given as the output to the top level management or strategical management, which acts as an information in making the decision. That means the transaction processing system and the management information system are interrelated with each other. If you don't have the transaction processing system, you cannot get a proper data for MIS. So if you don't get a proper data for MIS, it can't help, the MIS cannot help you in making the decisions. So this is where the importance of the TPS lies. So TPS provides the data for each and every system that is being used in the organization. So this is the step in management information system, like from TPS to data, data to input, input to will be processed. So processed input will be produced as the output. This output acts as the information for the decision making. Next support system is, or information system is, decision support system. What does this will do? The decision support system, again it is an information system application that assists in decision making. So information system provides you information, whereas the decision support system helps you in decision making. So the decision support systems tend to be designed primarily, what was the intention behind decision making system is to serve the management control, okay, and strategic planning control. For management control as well as for strategic planning, you need a decision support system which helps you in taking a decision. Alright. So the next thing is the data in the database. If you have a data in the database, it is a combination of master files. What are master files? The internal corporate data which are confidential or which are used only by the management, not the normal employees. So it has the combination of master file and information from external sources. You are combining the master files as well as the external information which are provided to the decision support system. So this decision support system helps in strategic planning and managerial control at the top level. Okay, the decision support system usually is used by only the top level management. All right, how does this happens is, now we have the database, the master file from the database. We have the master file from the database are combined with the model base, that is information collected from the external source will be provided to the user interface which can be used by the corresponding user. Now who is the user here is usually the top level management which depends on the decision support system for taking a proper decision. What is the meaning of this is the transaction processing system is the basis for all the other types of information system. That means all the other system take the information from the transaction processing system only. If you write like this, so transaction processing system provides the information for the management information system which helps in generating an information which aids or assists in taking a decision. It will not help in taking a decision, it will gather the information. So TPS collects the information of transaction processing. So those transaction processing information will be taken by the MIS, that is Management Information System, which provides the or which gathers and processes the data to get the proper output. So this output is taken by the decision support system, which helps in making a decision or helps in strategic planning as well as managerial control. That means, as I said, different systems are interdependent, which depends on one another for the information. Okay, this is about the basic three systems, that is transaction processing system, management information system, and decision support system. In the next session, I'll explain about remaining categories of the information system. Thank you.